guys, today I'm going to show you how to check your data usage, and I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks to save your data. Have your phone on hand so you can follow along as we go through. Alright, let's jump right into it. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to show you guys how to check your cellular usage and your plan. And to do this, we're going to go into our settings and we're going to click on our cellular here. And now you're going to be brought to a page with a whole bunch of different information on it. But to look at what our current period is, we're going to scroll down to our cellular data here. It's going to tell us what our current period is and our current period for roaming. So right now mine is 709 gigabytes and 10.8 gigabytes. And then if you scroll all the way down to the very bottom, you're going to find your call time. So this basically just means when your data is going to reset, and it's going to give you the exact amount of days or hours. So for me, it's 1 day and 4 hours. If, for example, your cellular did not reset on its own, you can come back to this page in your settings and you can reset the statistics here at the bottom, and that's basically just going to reset your data period. And if and when you click that, it's going to ask you to confirm that you really want to do that. It's pretty simple, and there you have it. Hey you guys, if you're finding this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. This helps the channel to grow and for our videos to reach a larger audience. Thanks so much, and let's get back to the video. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to save your data and minimize your data usage. So the first one is pretty obvious. You're going to want to just use Wi-Fi as much as possible. If you go into your Wi-Fi, go down into Ask to Join Networks, and basically this is just going to ensure that if there is Wi-Fi around that you can connect to, your phone's going to give you that option so that you don't have to be using your data. This is the same with hotspots, so if there's somebody has a hotspot that's open for you to use, if you're with your friends, it's gonna ask you to join that as well, so you don't have to use your data. Another way for you to save your data usage is to go back into Cellular. Below your current period, you're gonna find all of your apps that are enabled to use data. You can see that I have quite a few, and that means that whenever those apps are open, they're either going to be using the Wi-Fi that I'm connected to, but if I'm not connected to Wi-Fi, they're going to be pulling from my data. And so to minimize the usage for that, you're just going to go through and turn off all of the apps that you don't want to use your data with. So use your own discretion, whichever ones you think you don't need data for, you'd rather have it not connect, just go through. And I can guarantee you this is going to save you a whole bunch of data. Another thing you can do is go into General and Background App Refresh. So basically when you have your background app refresh on, it basically just allows your apps to refresh their content when you're on Wi-Fi or cellular, and your apps will refresh without asking permission or manually choosing that. So you can, if you go in and turn off all of the apps you don't want that to use that background app refresh on, that's also going to save you a ton of data, because every single time that your apps refresh the page, they're having to reload a whole bunch of new content, and that's gonna just like eat up all of your 3G. The last thing I'll show you would be your location services, and to get there you're gonna go down to privacy, and then the location services will be at the top there. Basically your location services shares your location on certain apps, and you can go through and click on an app. If you don't want your location to be shared on that, you can just click never. It uses quite a bit of data because, I mean, no matter where you go, it's having to constantly refresh your location, download your location, and be sharing it through that app. I will say, however, it is smart to keep your location on for apps that you use quite frequently and apps that you contact your friends with frequently. So messages I keep on all the time, as well as Snapchat I use a lot. This is just good for safety reasons. I don't think it's necessary to have your locations on every single one of the apps that you use. However, yeah, keep in mind that if you want your friends to know where you are for certain emergencies, or if you lose your phone, it's really good to have that on as well so that you can find it easier. So yeah, you can turn off any of the ones that you don't need and keep maybe a couple on just for safety. Alrighty, you guys, that's gonna be all for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I really hope that this was helpful, that you learned something from this video and maybe pass it on to somebody else who needs this information. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video.